Hello, friends. Sometimes the things of this life are not what they should be. Sometimes our circumstances or people or the things that we've hoped in and trusted in fail us. And if that's where you are today, I hope I can encourage you a little bit by drawing your attention to the book of Habakkuk. He was a minor prophet in the Old Testament, but they just call him that because the book is short. He had a really major message. You see, he was prophesying at the time that the people of God were being besieged and about to be carried off, and the conditions were truly horrible. Now, Habakkuk, being a prophet and a man of faith, brought his complaints to God, much like we read in the Psalms of Lament. He carries his complaint to God and then says, "What are you going to say about this? What are you going to do about this?" Habakkuk even says that he will stand on the watchtower and wait for how God will answer. And then he arrives at this place of incredible faith. And I think this is what's going to encourage us today. You see, God says to him that the enemy is puffed up, they're proud, they're trusting in themselves and their abilities. But the righteous will live by faith. And my friends, it's that kind of faith, that kind of trust in God's goodness, in his holiness, his faithfulness, his care for us, even in the darkest of circumstances, that can carry us through and give us hope, even when it doesn't really make sense. You see, the book of Habakkuk closes with this beautiful prayer. Basically, he says, first, I'm going to trust you, God, that your plan is for the best and that you are at work in whatever happens. But then he says this, it's at the end of chapter 3. He says, though the fig tree does not bud, and there are no grapes on the vines, though the olive crop fails and the fields produce no food, though there are no sheep in the pen and no cattle in the stalls. You see, these are all the things that culture they depended on, they leaned on for their livelihood, for safety, for security. Even if all of those things are taken away, he says this, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will be joyful in God, my Savior. The sovereign Lord is my strength. He makes my feet like the feet of a deer. He enables me to go on the heights. You see, my friends, when all of those things that we trust in and depend on fall away, when we put our hope in God, we can still rejoice. We can still celebrate. We can still worship because we know that something bigger is taking place, even if we can't see it quite yet. So my friends, this day, walk in the light of Jesus and be the light to the world around you.